Welcome to YouTube. This is San Diego's real estate market update, April 2019. My name is Lenska. I'm a real estate broker and investment specialist with Lenska Realty. I also serve on the board of the largest investment club in San Diego, which is the SDCIA. Let's see if the housing market rebounds from a February freeze. Find out what's happening in your local real estate market. My analysis is all about statistics and numbers. There is no fortune telling, only fortune building. In order to assess a real estate market, we always look at the following data points: sales and inventory numbers, interest rates, employment data, home purchasing sentiment, home builder sentiment, affordability, and NODs, notices of defaults, or trust deeds. San Diego County's detached median home sales price was $600. And as you guys can see, January 2019, we have been here before in May 2017. Right now we're in March and we have been here before March 2018. So if you bought your house a year ago, you have not increased much in equity. Same pretty much is for the attached units, which is about $420,000, the median sales price, and we're looking at a 2.7% year-over-year increase. So attached units have been doing a little bit better, but in some of the zip codes, we're also looking at a lot of price reductions. And here's Redfin's report about that price accelerations are slowing down. We used to have year over year a very healthy growth, which puts LA at 9.3, which is kind of where San Diego is. The national average was an 8.8, but if you guys can see, there's some sleeper ones like New Orleans or Detroit, Michigan, or maybe Seattle, Washington. But also all these markets have been slowing down year over year from February 2018. So these numbers here are just the price growth change. That doesn't mean the median home size went down. So you guys can see the slowdown is not just specific to San Diego, it is nationwide. The San Diego detached price per square foot is still about 400, and we have been at our highest point. We had been at 408. So we see a little bit of a recovery as we are entering spring season, selling season. Same for attached. We're looking at $422 per square foot. And active listings, we have just a slight increase year over year. Even so, in spring selling season, we should see an increase in listings. Now, mentioned before that the pricing in some of the zip codes due to new inventory and new builds, that condo prices are actually experiencing a price reduction, and we're looking, inventory is up a good 22.4% for attached listings. Market time, we're still looking under 2 months. It is a little bit higher than last year, so buyers taking a little bit more time. They don't feel pressure to making an offer ASAP. But as we know, real estate is all about location, location, location. So this is a map of the inventory by zip code, where we see the darker shaded areas are the ones that have a 3.9 months inventory. and the lighter ones have an 8 to 16 or even sometimes 16 months inventory. Let's see which zip codes are the winners and which ones are the losers. And the way followed by San Carlos, Allied Gardens, and Vista in the North County, Claremont, Mira Mesa, Rancho Penasquito, Spring Valley, Lakeside, and Poway. So investors, pick your fix and flips well. You don't want to be having a fix and flip or a house to sell in Rancho Santa Fe or Coronado or maybe East County. Jamul, La Jolla, Escondido South, Rancho San Diego, Mission Beach, Solana Beach, and Del Mar. But the lowering of the interest rates have been kind of a saving grace. I feel the market is practically on life support because when we had interest rates rising in August, the market came to a little bit of a halt. The lowering of the interest rates still does not have buyers rushing and running out and making offers. Buyers are very cautious and thinking twice. But you shouldn't think twice. The interest rates are still historically very low, 4%, also 3.5% for FHA or VA. And my favorite rate is right here, 5.125% for bank statements, 30-year fixed. So for the self-employed, that has been coming down. It used to be at about 5.75. Unemployment is very good, only 3.2% overall in the San Diego area. It always fares better than the national average of 3.9, and the third quarter 2018 average weekly wage, the US is 1,055 and San Diego is at $1,149. The home builders didn't feel as good in the West, even so we had a 2-point increase to 69, which is higher than the 62 unchanged nationally. But usually the West is the most positive outlook. This time it was actually the southern area, which includes Florida, Tennessee. They were actually at 70. Does it have something to do with maybe houses are more affordable? And speaking about affordable and what is the mood of the general public to buy or sell, or what do they think if prices will go up or if mortgage rates will go up, or how do they feel about their job? That is a home purchasing sentiment index by Fannie Mae. Let's take a look. Wow, we have a 5.5 increase to 89.8, which is finally an increase. After August we have been going down and losing steam. So what are the individual components? We practically had more people saying it's a good time to buy since last month. But may I remind you, we're still down year over year. Good time to sell, yes, but also year over year, only 4 points better. People still think now that prices will go up, that also mortgage rates will go down. More people believe it, and obviously we saw it happening. People still have a strong sense of job security. We only have a -1 here, but you guys always know I like to see that number, that people believe they make more money, to see that number higher, because higher wages will mean they can afford a higher payment. And that is exactly what I'm saying. we only have 20% think that their household income is significantly higher than it was 12 months ago. Only 20%. We need definitely more people to have higher income. Also, people believe that the rents are going to go up, which is 59% are thinking that rents will go up. So we see definitely a trend moving away a little bit from home ownership. And what belongs to home ownership? We still need to be to afford the homes, and including the property taxes. As we can see, people are leaving California. Some reasoning is that the properties are obviously too expensive, but also property tax and income tax is higher. So here you have the states with the highest rates, and here the states with the lowest rates: Hawaii, Alabama, Colorado, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, Tennessee. So some of them are very close to California. And here are some metropolitan statistical areas that would have the fastest increases of property taxes. And to no surprise, we have a lot of California cities on there: Los Angeles, San Francisco, Riverside, San Bernardino, San Diego. Sounds familiar? Or if you want some cheaper rates, again, you move to our neighboring states. We also know that the home flipping gross profits have been diminishing, and there's lots of competition. You also have the competition of buyers that want to get some sweat equity. And as Atom Data Solutions says, we're right now at 65 gross profits. That does not mean that this is what the investor made as a profit. That is just the difference between buying it and selling it fixed and flipped. But interesting enough, as we say, people were thinking rents are going up. So we're looking at in San Diego, and making it number 9, a one-bedroom unit is renting an average for $1,840. And what is in the news lately? Accessory dwelling units, where you can add a secondary unit to your residence under certain guidelines that are done by the city, by the state under the Senate Bill 1069, but have certain overlays the cities having. But you can see that a lot of people are trying to put another unit on their property, and these green dots were before last year, before they reduced the fees. Now look at that. People have put in a lot of application. So if you think this would be a good investment opportunity for you, not all cities allow investor properties to add these, but a new Senate bill is being pushed forward that all cities would have to agree that it does not need to be owner occupied. Also, for you people that are in the vacation rental arena and getting their cash flow that way, the Airbnb lost a big lawsuit in the Ninth Circuit of Appeals right here in California. It practically says that in the past, home sharing companies have thought to claim immunity from prosecution for violations of city ordinances restricting home sharing. Instead, they shrugged their shoulders and tried to pass responsibility to the homeowners. That appears to be about to change, particularly in California, which is in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. It practically means that somebody has to police if your house complies to the local ordinances, meaning can you do vacation rental in your neighborhood or not. NODs nationwide were practically down, but we see some increases in 13 states year over year, and some of them are Florida, Oregon, Louisiana, Illinois, Texas, and Colorado. And we also see some of the MSA greater than 1 million to have an increase in foreclosures, which LA is on the list, Miami, Washington, Houston, and Chicago. So here is the real estate overall picture. And what do we give it? A down for sales numbers, interest rates down, which is good. Employment data is strong. Home purchasing sentiment is up. And home builder sentiment down. Affordability is up and up. So overall, we're looking still at a positive rating, but the brakes are on. Only affordable and well-priced turnkey house inventory is moving quickly. So, and maybe after realizing, after doing every taxes this week and people realizing that the new laws are not favoring home ownership, that might also contribute to a further downturn in the second half of the year. Because remember, when do we make real estate profits? When we buy it, and also appreciation is made in the first 6 months of the year. If you like to learn more about real estate investing, we are a group of people who meet the third Saturday of every month, and we evaluate and analyze real estate investments for maximum profits. You can RSVP, you can find us on Meetup, and this event has been going on for 10 years. Thank you for listening. I hope the information helped you to make a smart decision. If you still have questions or would like to have a personalized consultation, here's my contact info. Looking forward to giving you another market update next month in Westwell.